So welcome back, class 7th, and today from today onwards we are going to start our next chapter, that is fractions and decimals. This we have also studied a little bit about this in our previous class, so let's have a look. Like here we will define fraction, types of fractions, some operations on fraction, and then after that we will discuss the decimals. Okay, so first of all, what is fraction? So here simply we can write down the definition that fraction, it simply tells us, if we are taking just fraction as in the context of number, then fraction tells that in how many parts, fractions tells that in how many parts of a whole number, that how many parts of a whole number we have. Understood? Fraction tells that how many parts of a whole number we have. Is it visible? Yeah, it is visible. Okay, let us try to understand. So far what we have understood that suppose this is a let me draw a number line which will be representing the whole numbers. Suppose this is the number line and here it is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and so on up to infinite. Okay, now let's see. This number line is representing what? It is representing whole numbers, which that we have studied in our previous chapter. No, integers that we have studied in our previous chapter. Or you can understood that these are also whole numbers, integer as well, positive integer. This is neutral and these are positive integer. So suppose if I want to know by which number should I represent this mark, so what I will have to do, how I will identify. So simple, what I have written, fraction tells how many parts of a whole number we have. Look, this is 0 is also a whole number, and 1. So what will be the total length of this part? This will be equals to 1. Which whole number will be representing it? That will be 1. Getting or not? Now in how many parts we have divided? Let us count. 1 part, 2 part. You can see clearly this is 1 part and this is another. It means between 0 and 1, it means 1, a whole number that was 1, we have divided it in 2 equal parts. Okay, so this will be 0 upon 2. 0 upon 2 means 0. This will be 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 means this part, and this will be 2 upon 2, that is equals to 1, which is here. Getting or not? It is visible in the video? Yes, it is visible. So this will be denoted by this number which is here, and that is 1 over 2. 1 over 2. Getting or not? So it is showing that this is called fraction, which is in the form of numerator and denominator, and it is telling that we have one part of a whole number, and that whole number is 1. Understood? We have one part of a whole number and that whole number is 1. Understood? In another manner we can understand fraction. If we are talking, you must have seen that some diagrams in your previous class that look like this is a circle and someone has divided this circle in 4 equal parts. These were the questions which we have understood in our previous class. And suppose I have shaded this part. So now the question will ask, how will you represent this part? So what will be the answer? That this whole circle is divided in 4 equal parts, and out of that this is one part. So this will be representing 1/4. Shaded part will be represented by 1/4. So these both are fractions. Here we are just talking it, or we are just taking it about whole number, and here we are saying that one thing, this is one thing, this one thing is divided in 4 equal parts, 1 2 3 4, and out of that we have one part. So, or next definition we can use another definition I am writing here. Let me write fraction consist of numerator and denominator. Denominator tells that in how many parts whole means one thing, whole means one, whole means complete, like this is a whole circle, whole is divided, and numerator represents or tells that what part of whole we have. Understood? So this can be also written in for definition, like here we can see the fraction which is representing the shaded part is 1/4. As we can see clearly, the denominator of this fraction is 4. It is telling us that the whole thing is divided in 4 equal parts, and out of that we have one part. Understood? Okay, so pause the video and note it down. Now let's see our next topic which we have to understand, that are types of fractions, and these are classified on the basis of numerator and denominator. So let's see, first one is proper fractions. So the definition is simple, as we have studied in our previous class: those fractions in which denominator is greater than its numerator. Those fractions in which denominator is greater than its numerator are called proper fractions. Okay, one more important thing I am writing here: the value of proper fractions, the value of proper fraction is always less than 1. Understood? If in any fraction the denominator will be greater, then it will be representing that its value is always less than 1. For example, we can write here whatever, one thing is divided in 5 equal parts, two thing is divided in 3 equal parts, 4 thing is divided in 5 equal parts, 1 thing is divided in 10 equal parts, and out of that we have 7 parts. 1 thing is divided in 5 equal parts, out of that we have 4 parts. 1 thing is divided in 3 equal parts, out of that we have 2 parts. 1 thing is divided in 5 equal parts, out of that we have 1 part. Understood? This is also the practical meaning of the fractions. Like if I will ask you what is the meaning of 3 by 7, what you will say? Your answer should be that, sir, 1 thing is divided in 7 equal parts and out of that we have 3 parts. Understood? Okay, so this is about proper fraction. Now let us understand second kind of fraction, that is improper fraction. Improper fraction. Now you yourself can tell me the definition. You have studied this in your previous class, that is why I am asking. Those fractions in which denominator is less than or equals to the numerator. This might be new for you, that equals to I have mentioned here. Numerator are called improper fractions. Improper fractions. Now let us try to understand this with the help of some examples. Sweaty hands. What we have to do, we have to make some improper fractions. And what is the definition of the improper fraction? It says that the denominator should be less or equals to the numerator. So first we will make such improper fraction in which denominator will be less. Suppose I have taken here 2, so this will be 1. Getting or not? Okay, here denominator is less than. Again, if I have taken here 3, so it would be 2. If I am taking here 6, then it would be 5 or less than 5. 6, 3, 6, 2, these kind. So these are the fractions in which denominator is less than the numerator. So these are called improper fraction. One more example, 3 more example we are taking in which the numerator and denominator are equals. These are also called improper, like 1 upon 1, 2 over 2, 3 over 3. Yes, these are also improper fractions because they doesn't fit in the definition of proper fraction, which says that the denominator should be greater. But here, that's why I have mentioned that the denominator are may be equal or less than the numerator. So this is about the types of fractions. Understood? Okay, pause the video and note it down. Now let's see mixed fraction. What is mixed fraction? This is nothing, just it is a way, or we can say a method. It is a way to represent an improper fraction. It is a way to represent an improper fraction. Understood? Like for example, what we have, suppose we have any improper fraction, like I will take improper means whose denominator should be less. So 5 by 4 suppose I have taken, and now this is an improper fraction. It can be represented in the form of mixed fraction. So how we will do? Simply we will just divide 5 by 4 then it will be 4 1 times 4 minus the remainder is 1. As you can see here, the remainder is less than the divisor. So what we will do, we will represent it in mixed fraction. How? 4 will be as it is, the quotient will be written here, and then it will be 5, sorry, remainder 1. The thing which is on the right, extreme right, will be written on the extreme left. The thing which is at the bottom will be written at the top. Understood? Okay, let us take one more example. 3 over 2, this will be written, if you will solve it, then it will be 2 1 times 2, remainder is 1. So this will be as it is. The thing which is extreme right will be written on extreme left, and this will be, bottom one will be written at top. Understood? Understood? Okay, so now the question arises, how to read this? How to read this? So this is read as 1 whole 1 upon 4, 1 whole 1 upon 4, and this is read as 1 whole 1 upon 2. Understood? 1 whole 1 upon 4 and 1 whole 1 upon 2. So this was about mixed fractions. Okay, understood? Okay, the next thing is how to compare the fractions. This we have to understand. So and then just pause the video and note it down. Now let us understand like fractions, and it is very simple. The fractions are consist of numerator and denominator. All those fractions whose denominators are equal are said to be like fractions. So let me write all those denominator all those fractions whose denominators are equal, or if they are not equal, we can make them equal. But let me write here are equal, called like fractions. Understood? You must have worked out on like fractions in your previous class. For example, let us take such examples to understand. Like 3 by 7 and 5 by 7. These are like fractions because their denominators are equal. Comma 9 by 16 and 1 by 16. These are also like fractions, isn't it? Okay. So this was about like fractions, and now unlike fractions. Unlike fractions. What should be the definitions? Unlike fractions. All those denominator, all those fractions whose denominators are not equal. Understood? Okay, let us understand this with the help of writing some examples. And like these are the examples: 2 by 3 and 5 by 6. Clearly you can see here the denominators are different. 3 by 9 and 4 by 7. So these are the examples in which we are saying that the denominators are not equal. So if the denominators are equal, then it would be like fractions, and if the denominators are not equal, then it would be, what we will say, unlike fractions. Understood? Okay, pause the video and note it down. Now the second thing which we have to understand, that is how to compare the fraction, how to compare fractions. And in that, as we have seen, there are two types of fractions, like and unlike. So first one, I am taking comparison of like fractions, like how we will compare the like fraction, and that is so simple. Among like fractions, only numerators are observed. Only we have to see the numerator, and then if we have to arrange them in ascending order, we will arrange the numerator in ascending order. If we have to arrange them in descending order, we will only arrange the numerator in descending order. Understood? It means if we have given like fractions, then their denominator are equal. By saying like fractions means all those fractions whose denominators are equal. So no need to think about denominator, just you have to arrange, you have to observe numerators only. Like for example, I'm taking that, like in the form of a question, arrange 3 by 4, let us take bigger example, 2 by 7, 1 by 7, 3 by 7, 8 by 7, and let us take 8 by 7 and 4 by 7 in ascending order, or it means we have to compare that which one will be smallest and greatest and mid one in ascending order. So what we will do, as you can see what I have written, among like fractions only numerators are observed. As we have to arrange it in ascending order, clearly you can see this is the case of like fractions, because all the denominators are equal. So what we will do, we will observe only numerator, and we have to arrange this in ascending order. So 1 will be the smallest, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then 8. So answer will be 1 by 7 is less than 2 by 7 is less than 3 by 7 is less than 8 by 7, 4 by 7, and is less than 8 by 7. So which one is the greatest? 8 by 7 is the greatest. Which one is the smallest? 1 by 7 is the smallest. Understood? Okay. Now let's see comparison of unlike fractions. Comparison of unlike fractions. This most of the time in examination, this kind of question are asked, in which we have to compare the unlike fractions. First of all, what we have to do, the rule is same, but first make, or simply we can write first convert the given fractions in like fractions. So here I am writing in like fractions. First what we will do, first we will convert all the given unlike fractions into like fractions. How we will do this? By making equal denominators, or simply we can say by taking the LCM, so let me mention here it, how we will make their denominator equal, by taking LCM of denominators by taking LCM of denominators. We will make them into like fraction, and then what we will do, we will follow the rules which is for like fractions. It means then what we will do, we will only observe the numerator after when we have converted them in like fractions. Understood? Okay, so I am erasing this part because I need some more space. Now let us take example to understand. Like for example, we have given compare 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 4 by 6, or let us write 4 by 9, 7 by 6. Okay, and these are sufficient. Compare means we have to arrange them, that which one is greatest and which one is smallest. So first observe that 1 2 3 4, all the 4 are unlike fractions. Only these 2 are like fractions, the remainings are unlike fractions. Understood? Okay, so what rule says? Rule says first convert the given fractions in like fractions. Okay, how? By making equal denominator. And what is the way to make their denominators equal? That is taking LCM of denominator. So here what we have to do, we will have to take the denominator of 6, 9, 3 and 3. So can you tell me what will be the denominator? So okay, let me tell you the smartest way, shortcut and smartest way. Which one is the greatest number? 9. So just read the table of 9. Okay, we are taking only up to 3 times. Now let us check which number out of first 3 multiples of 9 is divisible by this 3, this 9 and this 6. 9, this 9 is divisible by 3, correct. This 9 is also divisible by 9, correct, but this 9 is not divisible by 6. So this cannot be LCM. Now let us move for the next numbers. 18 is divisible by 3, correct. 18 is also divisible by 9, correct, and 18 is also divisible by 6. Understood? So this is the LCM. This is the shortest way to find out the LCM. Understood? Okay, now let me write LCM of 3, 9, 6 is 18. Hence what we will do, we will make each and every one as their denominator as 18. So 1 upon 3 will be equals to 3 multiplied by 6, then it will become 18 multiplied by 6, that is equals to 6 upon 18. Similarly 2 by 3, this will be converted as 3 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 6, that will be 12 over 18. Next 4 over 9 will be equals to 4 over 9 multiplied by 2, so numerator will also be multiplied by 2, this will be 8 over 18. And the last one, 7 upon 6 will be 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 3, 7 multiplied by 3, that will be 21 over 18. Now clearly you can see we have converted them into the like fraction, and in the like fraction the denominator are 18, 18, 18. Now just arrange them. This is 6, observe the numerator only 6, 12, 8 and 21. So this is already arranged. So this will be 6 over 18 is then next 8 over 18, next 12 over 18, and the greatest is 21 over 18. But listen carefully that the question has nothing to do with 18, 18, 18. He just want that these should be arranged. So now we will convert their values. Like 6 by 18 was 1 by 3. So in the place of this we will write 1 by 3. Then 8 upon 18 is equals to 4 upon 9. 4 by 9. Then next is 12 over 18. It was 2 by 3. and the greatest one 21 upon 18 was 7 by 6. So this is our complete answer. Here we have arranged unlike fractions, or we have compared unlike fractions. Understood? Understood? Okay. So pause the video and note it down. Next, one more thing we have to understand, that is reciprocal of a fraction. That is reciprocal of a fraction. Do you know about reciprocal? How we will take? That is so simple. In reciprocal, the numerator and denominator are interchanged. Understood? Let us understand this with one example. Suppose we are asked that what is the reciprocal of first part 1 by 2 and second part 4 by 3. One I have taken proper and one I have taken improper. First part 1 by 2 and second part 4 by 3. So let's see what definition says. The definition says in reciprocal the numerator and denominator are interchanged. So reciprocal of 1 by 2 is given by changing the numerator, interchanging the numerator and denominator. So this will be 2 by 1. And similarly reciprocal of 4 by 3 is equals to 3 by 4. So just pay attention here what we have seen. This was proper fraction and its reciprocal is improper. Similarly it was improper fraction and its reciprocal is proper. Its reciprocal is proper. And suppose one thing is also there, 4 by 4. What is its, which kind of fraction is this? This is improper. Very good. So reciprocal of 4 by 4, that is also improper, is again 4 by 4, that is also improper. So we are only sure about one thing, that the reciprocal of proper fraction is always improper, but we cannot say that the reciprocal of improper fraction is always is always proper. Sometimes it may be improper and it may be proper. So if you are preparing for maths olympiad or something else, you have to pay attention on these 2 points. Understood? That the reciprocal of proper fraction is always improper, but the reciprocal of improper fraction may be improper or may be improper. Understood? Okay, pause the video and note it down. Now just pay attention here. This is very, very, very important for all of us. Like what we have to do, that is operations on fractions. Operations on fraction, like there are 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So we will take them one by one. First let us understand how we can add the fractions. What are the rules? And the rule says only like fractions are added up. Only like fractions are added. Only like fractions are added. If the fractions are not like fractions, how we will add? First we will convert them into like fraction. Getting or not? If the given fractions are not like fractions, how we will add them? First we will convert them into like fractions. Understood? Okay. What about subtractions? Only same cases here. Like fractions are subtracted. Only like fractions are subtracted. Understood? The same question arises here. If the given fractions are not like, what we will do? Simply we will convert them into the like fractions, and after that we will go for subtractions. Understood? Now the next is multiplication. What we will do in multiplication? Any kind of fraction. Means it doesn't matter that the given fractions are like or unlike, we just multiply them. And how we will multiply? In multiplication, each kind of fractions, or let us write it, every kind of fractions are multiplied. And how? The answer is numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. So simple, denominator by denominator. Understood? For example, suppose I have to multiply fraction 2 by 3 with let us write 4 by 5. So the multiplication will be given by 2 multiplied by 4 divided by 3 multiplied by 5, and this would be 8 by 15. Understood? Numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. In the case of subtraction, let us take like fractions, that is 3 upon 5 subtracted from 1 upon 5. As we can see, these are like fractions, so we will write 5 as a common denominator. We are using a word that is common denominator, and then we will subtract the numerator. So this will be 3 minus 1, that will be equals to 2 over 5. Understood? What if it would be unlike fraction? Like suppose, second example is 2 by 3 and this should be subtracted by 1 by 6. What we will do? First we will make them like fraction, and for that we will multiply. What will be the LCM? LCM will be 6. This will be multiplied by 2. So it would be 2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 2 minus 1 by 6. That will be equals to 4 by 6 minus 1 by 6. Now it has become just like as a like fraction. So simply that will be 4 minus 1 by 6. That is 3 by 6. Understood? Same thing is here. If you are going for addition, so example, first for like 2 by 5 plus 9 by 5. That will be equals to common denominator we will write here, and this will be 11 by 5. Or you can write it as in the form of improper fraction, 5 2 times 10 and 1 over 5. Okay. Let us take one example in which the denominators are not equal. That means we are taking the example of unlike fractions. That is, let us take 1 by 3 and 2 by 15. So first what we will do, we have to subtract this 1 by 3 minus 2 by 15. So what we will do here, first we will make them like fraction. For that we will take the LCM of 3 and 15, that is 15 itself. So this will be 1 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5, 1 multiplied by 5 minus 2 by 15. That will be equals to 5 by 15 minus 2 by 15, and this will be equals to common denominator 15, and this will be 5 minus 2, that is equals to 3 over 15. Understood? So these are the way by which we can add, subtract and multiply. And the last operation is division, and just pause the video and note it down, then I will tell you about division. Now let's see divisions. The last one operation is division of division, that is division. And here I am writing that every kind of fractions are divided except zero fraction. Let me write here, except zero fraction. Zero fraction means, let me write here. A fraction in which the numerator is 0. A fraction in which the numerator is 0, like 0/1, 0/2, 0/3. These are all the examples of zero fractions. Now, why I have written that every kind of fractions are divided except zero fractions? Because here we go by a process in which we say the sign of division will be converted in sign of multiplication, and we have to take the reciprocal of divisor. And note, I am writing here reciprocal of zero fraction does not exist. You have to keep it in your mind that if I will ask you what will be the reciprocal of 0/3, you will say 3/0. 3/0. And look, pay attention here. 3/0 means we have to divide 3 by 0. Just start reading the table of 0. 0 1 is 0, 0 2 is 0, 0 3 is 0, 0 4 is 0, 0 5 is 0. I'm not being able to find what I should write here. Because there is no possibility that in the table of 0 I will be able to find out 3. Understood? So if we are not able to give the answer of anything in mathematics, we say that it does not exist. So here I have written in note that reciprocal of zero fraction does not exist. This is very, very helpful for competitive examination. So now let us come to the main topic, that is division, and we will understand it by help of example. How we will do? Suppose we have to divide 3/4 divided by 2/7. Suppose this we have given. Okay, we have to perform the division between two fractions. This will be called dividend and this will be called divisor, because here 3/4 is divided by 2/7. So what we will do? Nothing to do with dividend. This will be written as it is, and just change the sign of divide into multiplication, and you will have to take the reciprocal of divisor. So this will be 7/2, and the answer would be 21/8, or you can write it in improper fraction. That will be 8 2 times 16, remainder will be 5, 2 whole 5/8. Understood? So this was the process of division. So far we have understood, in this video we have understood about what do we understand by fraction, types of fraction like proper, improper, and also zero fraction, about reciprocals of fraction, how to add fractions, how to subtract, how to multiply, how to divide. And I think this is sufficient for today, and from next video we will be starting exercise 2.1. okay, so please do like. If you haven't subscribed your channel, subscribe it as soon as possible. And most of the students are asking that we are not able to getting the video of that chapter, that exercise. So beta, what you have to do, आप प्लेलिस्ट चैनल में जाइए, रोहित क्लासेस कोड द्वारा में क्लिक कीजिए, चैनल खुलेगा। चैनल में टॉप में 3rd नंबर पे लिखा होगा प्लेलिस्ट में क्लिक कीजिए, वहाँ पे प्लेलिस्ट में लिखा आएगा क्लास 7, क्लास 6, क्लास 5th। फॉर एग्जांपल आप क्लास 7th में हैं, क्लास 7 की प्लेलिस्ट खोलिए और वहाँ पे आपको सब कुछ मिल जाएगा। वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में भी इवन मेंशन है कि क्या क्या आपको पढ़ाया जा रहा है इस वीडियो के अंदर, ठीक है। तो उसमें आप जा करके देखिए, आपको सब कुछ मिलेगा, ठीक है। ओके, सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो। टिल देन गुड बाय, हैव अ नाइस डे, जय हिंद।